Hey everyone, Cujo here with a video I've been wanting to make for a long time. I fully expected this to be the first video on my channel, but other topics felt more important until now. It's no secret I'm a huge advocate for backing up your data and preach the idea to anybody who's willing to listen to me. Today I'm going over my current backup scheme and how it's changed over the years. I'll discuss some cheap solutions, some overkill automated solutions, and some low-tech manual solutions. So I've been backing up my data for some time now, but I've only been documenting my backup schemes for about 5 years at this point. Let's go ahead and get started in the beginning. In 2015, my first backup scheme that I've documented. So from here, I only had a laptop at the time, so I was backing up my laptop in real time to my Synology NAS using the Synology Cloud Station backup software. From there, I was backing it up in real time to a virtual machine that was hosted remotely using the same software. And then I had a daily rsync that was going from my NAS to a backup server, also hosted remotely. In addition to that, I had my Windows virtual machine backing up to CrashPlan Plus every 15 minutes. Then next I have my backup scheme for 2016. This one's a lot more advanced. This is when I had a desktop and a netbook and a virtual machine locally. So I had all of those backing up to my Synology NAS using the Cloud Station software. From there, I had my NAS backing up to a USB drive every night using rsync. And then I had a spare Synology NAS that I was backing up to also using rsync. I still had my virtual machine offsite that was backing up from my Synology NAS in real time. And my virtual machine was getting backed up to a USB drive every night, as well as real-time syncing to the CrashPlan Plus at this point. I also had a nightly rsync that was going to 2 separate offsite servers. Next, I had my backup scheme for 2017. At this point, I got rid of the desktop again, going back to the laptop. So I had my laptop and my local virtual machine backing up in real time to my Synology NAS. I had removed a lot of my local backups at this point because I opted for more offsite backups instead. So still have my remote virtual machine backing up in real time from the Synology NAS. At this point, I have it backing up to Backblaze instead of CrashPlan Plus. I still had it going to the USB drive every night, making a backup copy of that. I also had my NAS doing an rsync to 3 different remote servers, 1 in the US, 2 in Europe. I also had a nightly rsync that went to Amazon Drive and OVH's Hubic backup storage. Next is 2018. Still a lot of the same with the local backups. I did start backing up nightly to the spare NAS that I had. So I did add 1 more layer of local backups. I still have the remote VM backing up in real time using the Synology Cloud Station software. But at this point, I have an hourly backup going to Amazon's S3 Glacier, and I also have the nightly rsync backup going from my Synology NAS to the 3 servers as before. I have it going to Amazon Drive, Google Drive, and Synology C2's backup storage at this point also. So now in 2019, I have pretty much the same solution as before, but now I have a second NAS as a backup destination, doing the nightly rsyncs to both of the spare NASs. I still have the remote virtual machine offsite, still have the 1 US server, 2 Europe servers, still have Amazon Drive, Google Drive, and Synology C2, but I've added Backblaze's B2 cloud storage to the mix for offsite storage. At this point, I've switched over to Hyper Backup for my nightly backups to all of these destinations because it does versioning and encryption. Which leads us up to 2020, my current backup solution. I have my laptop, my virtual machine locally. I still have my primary Synology NAS, which is backing up to a DIY NAS that I have built myself. So they're running on different software, so if something happens with Synology software, I still have everything going fine with this Ubuntu NAS that I've built myself. It's just a nightly rsync to this NAS. Nothing special with that. Still have my offsite virtual machine, syncing up in real time using what is now Synology's Cloud Drive software. And with the Hyper Backup, I am still backing up to Amazon Drive and Synology C2, but I'm also using Cloud Sync to get to Backblaze B2 and Microsoft OneDrive. I've mixed and matched different softwares for these backups to ensure that if at any point the software fails, I still have redundancy in terms of I can restore it from Cloud Sync, I could restore it from the Hyper Backup, or I have actual readable backups non-encrypted to this virtual machine that I can pull data from. So as you can see, I dropped quite a bit of redundancy over the years, but I think my backups were getting a little bit too redundant at that point. So there we have it. That's just a very brief overview of my backup schemes over the years. I will definitely be going more in depth with my current backup scheme, covering each individual part in more detail. If you want me to go over any particular part of this in more detail first, please leave a comment below and I'll go ahead and prioritize based on the comments I get. I apologize that this video is so short. I was hoping to go a little more in depth with this, but I decided it was best to give an overview of where I came from before I show you where I'm at now. Thanks for watching. Peace out.